Well, today's October the 31st, 2019. I had my doctor's appointments this week. I had my appointment with my oncologist on Tuesday, and yesterday, no, this morning, I had the appointment with my cardiologist, but everything looked good with my blood work with the oncologist. The only thing was I had a little issue with potassium, but that's easy to address, and we addressed that. And, everything was pretty much so stable, so we got another 3 months to go. So I'll go back sometime into January, and we'll do blood work again. And the cardiologist, when I went to her, everything looked good, and my that heart function, that NTP probe, I think that's how it's said, but it was all the way down to 100. You know, I've been as high as I think 8,000. 8,000 is way out of range. You're supposed to be below 70 something, I think. And the cardiologist, she was kind of shocked that my number was that low, because she says usually when you have the kidney disease that you can't get that number down that low. So something's working right. I don't know what it is. I just try to do what they tell me to do. Take medicine like I'm supposed to take, and try to get out and do what I can do, get a little exercise. But that's pretty much so about my update on my multiple myeloma and amyloidosis. I do have this weekend a seminar that I'm going to that's on amyloidosis. See if they have any trial drugs they might can give me to help with that. It don't seem like they making much advancements with that, but I'm making it all right, so I'm not going to grumble. I would like to have a trial drug though to try, but that's just part of it. You can't get everything you want. Here's one of my Sagos I'm going to cut back, let it get started over. It's really a beautiful Sago, but it's not had any attention in the last 4 years, so it looks pretty scraggly. But I'm gonna cut that back, and I'll show you what it looks like when it gets cut back, and then it'll all come back with all new growth. But some of that, the cold, is from the cold, and just some of it's old age. This is what they look like when they're cut back. This has 6 heads on it. I dug that thing up in somebody's yard years ago. It was just like a big old bush. It looked awful, but I knew what was under that bush, you know. So I went and dug that thing up and brought it home, but it's probably been 4 or 5 years since it's had any fertilizer or anything since I've been sick, but we're going to take care of that this year. Here's the Sago. I'm going to trim it back tomorrow. I don't feel up trimming it back right now, but this one has got a wild jasmine in it. Blooms yellow. I don't know how that got in here. I guess somebody said a squirrel probably brought it in here, but it's got seed pods in it too. I'll cut that back and get them seeds out, but I don't know how many heads this one has, but I'm gonna cut it all the way back too, so that we can get a fresh start with it. And then maybe tomorrow I'm gonna start on this right here, see if I can get this cleaned up under this tree. This is where I want to put the swing and a couple of chairs. up under this tree. This is a nice little tree, but the only problem with this tree is about 10 years ago, we had a storm come through and it took the top of the tree out, so it actually doesn't have a top in it. So I don't know if it's gonna just up and die on me one day or not, but we'll find out. All right, well, that's it for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow or the next day.